well, the things of this world grow strangely dim, don't they? So those things will just quiet. You'll sense them just quieting. You'll get a sudden revelation like that thing's not even the thing. That can be daunting. Personally, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, again, because maybe it's something that I put a lot of, my own effort or like ideas or what have you into, and then maybe I've even told people about it and I've like put it out there and I've brought it to life in some kind of a way. So sometimes when I really actually am obedient to hear the voice of the Lord, and I start to get that sense of his spirit building, and I'm like, yeah, I'm saying yes to just being her. I'm saying yes to being your voice, your vessel. I just want the fullness of the assignment and the alignment that you have for me, God. And then I'll realize like, oh my gosh, I did it again. That thing is just not even the thing. But what do you want to do with that? Do you want to grab it back and be like, let me just grab hold like my precious piece of death that I invented for myself from death for death. Let me just like hang on to it. It's death. Praise the Lord that he revealed it and let it go, because do you know what? This is some next level mathematics. Death plus death equals more death. So if you keep building from stuff that didn't arise from the Spirit of the Lord in you, you're going to have yourself a beautiful tower of death. And it might look pretty good for a while. And it might look really good to a lot of other people. And you might get applauded for that. You might get awarded for that. You might get appointed in the world and anointed by the world. Well done. I can tell you as someone who's been there and done that, there's an emptiness to it. There's confusion to it as well, because usually you are operating in your God-given gifts. But they're meant to come by the Spirit, from the Spirit, for the glory of Jesus. So we don't want death plus death because it equals more death. So don't try and just be so grateful that it was revealed. You can't get that revelation in your flesh. You have to go into the Spirit. You have to go into the Holy of Holies. You got to go into the presence of the Lord. You got to take your time. Don't say you don't have time. You don't have time not to. That's a reality. You got to make it non-negotiable. It's got to be a discipline. You can't be the person if you don't receive the assignment. You can't assume you know the assignment if your lens is looking through your flesh, your worldly desires, and your distraction and derailment from everything around you, because you're more than happy to put time into scrolling reels, but you don't have time to get on your knees and wait for the presence of the Lord to rise within you. I'm not trying to be like a school mistress to you, because I'm always preaching to myself as much as to anyone. But I don't mind being a school mistress to you, to be quite honest with you. All right? This is for all of us. It's always for me. It's always for me. It's always for me. Discipline. The highest discipline should be the discipline to get out of your own self and into the Lord. And also, by that way, to recognize that you can't do that yourself. God, get me out of my mind and into you. Simple prayers that work, right? So as you do that and you enter into his presence, and you can do it at your laptop, at your phone, in the house, out of the house, on the bus, on the doorstep, wherever you are. I was going to do a whole little Dr. Zeus moment there about the waiting place. You can do it don't be in the waiting place for too long, unless it's waiting on the Lord. You can do it any place. You've got to take time for the Spirit of the Lord. You really do. But you can do it throughout as well, and you'll see what's fading. And you might be annoyed about some of it, or you might be self-conscious. Maybe you've got a fear of man issue that you need to pray to have broken off of you. If you're more worried about what other people are going to think that once again you didn't follow through on something, because now you're actually learning to follow through on just listening to the Lord. If that's coming up as an issue or a concern because you're realizing something that you've put effort in, or you've put it out there or whatever, and it's just not actually the thing, or it could be that it is the thing but God didn't say now and it's meant to brew for longer. Could be any number of things, right? Just submit faster to what God is showing you, because in that what you'll find is the real thing, the thing that has life, which is you just being you, but the actual true version. And you will not, in this next 6 weeks of this year, or for all of next year, or for all of the next however many decades or years you've got left, you will not see what has been put in you come to fruition and be brought to life if you're not willing to be absolutely just blinders on disciplined to not say yes to whatever it's not. And there's quite a delusion that can happen around that quite easily, because some of us will say, or we want to say that we're committed all in person. A lot of people do that. I've had many times in my life where I was saying it. I'm like, I'm willing to do what it takes. the true all-in. I only want the all-in full surrender version, God. Yep, I want to be fully in my calling. I want to fully like press play on the actual things that it is. And then meanwhile, you're like, but I just didn't actually get to it today. And you make that valid. And like, but it is valid. Look, here's all the reasons. Cool. Okay, how many days are you going to let that be the thing for before you go, that's a lot of days? That added up to a lot of years. That's creating a destiny.